Hey everyone, Reflected here, and in this video I want to show you how to take off and land the F4U Corsair from a field in DCS. I'll make a separate video about carrier ops. So here we are, the engine is all warmed up. Check out my previous tutorials to find out how we got to this point. To taxi, you need to use low power and don't move much faster than walking pace. You need about 800 RPM, not more. Common error is taxiing too fast and then riding the brakes. Because the nose is so long, you can't see a thing ahead of you, so you need to taxi in S turns to make sure you don't run into anyone. Verify the tail wheel is unlocked, so this T-handle is pulled up, then gently tap the toe brakes to swing left and right. In case of a heavy crosswind, you may taxi with the tail wheel locked in order to go easy on the brakes. Once you're in position, verify the wings are spread and locked. Lock the tail wheel to make it easier to maintain your direction on the takeoff roll. Set your trim tabs. Rudder, 6 degrees nose right. Aileron, 6 degrees right wing down. Elevator, 1 degree nose up. Mixture, auto rich. Blower, neutral, all the way forward. Propeller, maximum RPM, with the lever all the way down. Fuel tank selector on reserve. Set your flaps. You can take off with any setting from 0 to 50 degrees, but for land operations, a setting of 20 degrees is recommended. Cowl flaps, 2/3 open. Intercooler, closed. Oil cooler, as required. Auxiliary electric fuel pump, on. Resting hook, up. Now hold the brakes, stick fully back into your lap to hold the tail down, and ease the throttle forward. At 30 inches of manifold, release the brakes and ease the stick forward to the center position to let the tail come up. Keep increasing the throttle smoothly and be prepared to counter the tendency to yaw left with your feet. She'll take off nicely at 45 inches, but you can pull up to 54 if needed. Don't try to rotate before reaching 90 knots. If you do, you'll have some deficiency of aileron control and left wing heaviness. Smoothly fly it off the field. Once you're airborne, raise the gear and check the indicator. Keep the nose down, accelerate to 125 knots, your best climbing speed, before starting to climb. When you have sufficient altitude, gradually raise the flaps. If you raise them too low and slow, the airplane will settle. Throttle back to max continuous power, 43.5 inches and 2550 RPM. Close the cowl flaps and you're good to go. Now it's time to land the Corsair. First you go through the landing checklist. Canopy open. Tail wheel locked. Fuel tank selector on reserve. Mixture auto rich. Blower neutral. Propeller 2300 to 2400 RPM. Cowl flaps closed. Electrical auxiliary fuel pump on. Armament switches safe. Overfly the runway at about 1,000 feet and 120 knots. As you turn downwind, lower the gear and the flaps and slow down to about 100-110 knots. For field landings, around 30 degrees will be sufficient. You only need 50 degrees at the boat. You want to fly parallel to the runway at a distance so that your wingtip touches the runway. Once you're past the abeam position, begin your turn on final. It's going to be one big continuous 180 turn, curved approach so that you can keep the touchdown point in sight for as long as possible before it disappears under the long nose. Your airspeed should be around 95 knots indicated. You maintain this airspeed with the elevator and pitch trim. Too slow? Drop the nose. Too fast? Raise the nose. You control your glide slope with the throttle. Too high? Less power. Too low? Add power. Be careful not to add power too suddenly, or the torque will flip the Corsair on its back. Many pilots died this way. Any power adjustment will require some rudder input, so be ready. Remember, if you pull the nose up any higher than the 3-point attitude, the plane will stall. So straighten out, brake your descent, and try to touch down smoothly on the main wheels. If you force the tail down too soon, a severe buffeting may develop and the plane can swerve. Hold the tail up with gentle forward pressure on the stick. Wait until all 3 wheels are on the ground before touching the brake to avoid nosing over. Now you can't see directly ahead, so you must be alert to maintain your path and not crash into anyone. Alright, now raise the flaps, open the cowl flaps, turn off the auxiliary fuel pump, and unlock the tail wheel to taxi back to the ramp. Remember to exercise the supercharger clutches. Move the blower to low, wait 30 seconds, move it to high, wait 30 seconds, and move it back to neutral. Once in position, turn off the radios and move the mixture to idle cutoff. After, and only after, the propeller stops, turn off the ignition, the battery, and the fuel selector. Welcome home. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other tutorials. See ya!